Hello there, and welcome back for another science video. I'm on page 15 of your work text, and we are looking at this diagram of the atmosphere of Earth. And in our last video, we looked at this part of the Earth down here. We examined what the structure of that Earth ball looked like. Let me just flip back over there. Remember, this is where we studied. So now we're looking at if you were to get in a flying craft and leave the surface of the Earth, leave the crust, where would you be going? So the atmosphere of Earth is divided into 5 layers. And the source of this image is iStock from the computer internet search. I just searched for free images and I found this one. But I want to walk you through each layer of the atmosphere and what is found there, what happens there. I'm going to start at the bottom of my page and let's talk about the troposphere. So troposphere. And I'm sorry, you see the dyslexia here. How about that? Troposphere, the tropos ball, if you remember that sphere is a morpheme for ball. The troposphere is going to be about from the surface of the Earth up to 12 kilometers if you're a metric system person, or 8 miles if you are a standard system person. And the troposphere is where you're going to have weather occurring. This is where hot air balloons, clouds, you see a passenger plane is flying in the troposphere. So the troposphere is the layer closest to the Earth. The next layer is the stratosphere. So I'm going to move up to stratosphere. And we'll talk about ozone. I know that's there too. The stratosphere is where you notice there is a military jet there. You also see some meteors approaching the stratosphere. So this is higher than the troposphere, and it is up to 50 kilometers or 21 miles. Now you may notice, I hope you notice the ozone layer that is lying between the stratosphere and the troposphere. So the ozone layer, which we defined in our terms, that protects us from ultraviolet radiation, is between these two. So this diagram helps me to visualize where the layers are. So the troposphere is closest to the Earth. The stratosphere is on top of the troposphere. Then we have mesosphere. And remember, meso means middle. So this is the middle ball of the atmosphere. It is that middle layer, the mesosphere. And this is where you see satellites, you see solar, or not solar, but you see radiation, meteors. This is not a habitable area for humans. Even if you notice the fighter jet here, sometimes they need special protection from the stratosphere layer. So the mesosphere is not going to be habitable for humans. The measurements on this one are 80 kilometers up or 50 miles, depending on which system of measurement you're using. And then as we keep climbing above the mesosphere, we'll talk about the Kármán line in just a minute. Let's go ahead and get thermosphere. And I can't remember if we added therm to our morphemes list or not. So I'm going to check that, because if we didn't, we need to. So let me go back over here to my list of morphemes. And let's look for therm. Yes, right there it is. So it's already on there. Therm means heat. So this layer is the heat ball. Therm is heat, sphere is ball. This layer is pretty hot. It's out there without much protection at all from the sun. So the thermosphere can go up to 320 kilometers or 196 miles. And you notice this is where we're going to have satellites orbiting the Earth. The satellites that provide us with television and cell signals are often orbiting in the thermosphere. And then we have the exosphere. Exo is one of your morphemes. It means outer or exit. So as we are leaving the atmosphere, this is the very last layer. The exosphere is from 400 kilometers or 249 miles out there into the atmosphere. And once you leave the exosphere, you have left the confines of Earth. You are officially in outer space. And really, even before you go through the exosphere, that's what the Kármán line is. The Kármán line is where space begins officially. So once you cross that line, that Kármán line, you are technically in outer space. There is another term, it's hard to see right there, it's exobase. And exo, remember, that's the outer layer, and this is just the base of that outer layer. So you're looking at anything above that line is the exosphere, anything below that line is not the exosphere. And that term is used in earth science sometimes, so they've thrown it into this diagram just so that you would know what it is. So that's a short little trip through the atmosphere with some measurements, starting with the troposphere and working our way outward to the exosphere. And I believe in the next video we have some more definitions of weather terms. So I will see you soon for that, and I hope you have a great day.